Hey everyone, it's Evangeline here at eTrailer, and today we have the Saris MHS Cargo basket. If you're familiar with the MHS series from the Saris, this is going to be different hitch-mounted accessories that all work together to make a modular system. So for all of your non-bike cargo carrying needs, this is going to be the add-on for you. Before you get too hyped up first, remember this is going to be an add-on accessory. It does not work standalone. You are first going to need an MHS base. So this works with either the MHS 2+1 or the 3+1 bases, like what we have here. Compared to the other accessories, the basket is going to take up 2 slots on your MHS base. So in all honesty, I would recommend only using this with the 3+1 base, because then you can take advantage of the modularity of the MHS system, and you can use this along with another tray and the add-on. This add-on will add 5.5 square feet of cargo space to your system, which is on the smaller side for a hitch-mounted cargo basket, but let's take some measurements. The first measurement is going to be the width, and I do interior dimensions. So from one bar to another, that's going to be 46 inches and 3/4 of an inch. And then we go for our length. So that's going to be 16 3/4 inches of length. So for your larger items, like your coolers, notice how I can still carry this cooler, but only in the lengthwise position. For your heavier items, this does have a maximum weight capacity of 200 pounds, although you do have to be careful about checking your hitches, tongue weight capacity, and if you're using this with other items, those will add on as well to your vehicle's maximum actual weight capacity. And the perks of having a basket is why I did give those interior dimensions. You can also, depending on your item, fit things that are larger than the basket. Just make sure that everything is properly supported and strapped down. Straps are not included with this, but you can find a set right here at eTrailer, like our eTrailer cam buckle straps. When you do load this up with cargo, another thing to remember is how high is the cargo that you have stacked on this basket, because that will also affect your experience with your vehicle. For example, here we are able to open up our hatch door, but what if you have a truck with a tailgate that needs to lower, or a different kind of SUV? A feature of the MHS base is that you can tilt these away, and that will give you even more clearance to access the back of your vehicle. This basket is not removable with the cargo on. So if you did want to just grab the basket and go, that's not going to be an option for you like it is an option for other modular systems. And that's because of how it is attached to the base. So let's take this cargo out so we can see the basket on its own. What I have noticed that is unique to the MHS accessories is how sturdy everything is. So the cargo basket is part of that. This is going to be made of steel. The rails are about 1.5 inches thick and awesome for if you have ratchet straps and you need to make sure it supports that tension. But also, because of how it secures to the base, you have a very secure fit on the base. I'm going to raise this up so that we have a better view underneath the basket. Again, this does take up 2 spaces on your base, and we have our mounts. So these require the special Allen key in order to tighten it down. It's special because there is a indent that is required in your key. You can see that hole, and it will look like this, and that will allow you to tighten these down or to loosen them. If you need to, you can loosen this while it's in the upright position, since there's a notch that will hold your basket in place, but I always recommend lowering your basket if possible before doing that. Using that Allen key, we're then able to loosen the bolt enough for this piece to drop out of that base and allow us to take the basket off. That mounting collar design explains why it would be tricky to take the basket off of the base with cargo attached. And if you're planning on storing this basket, something I've noticed to make it easier is that you would want to tighten down those collars into themselves as much as you can, and then those collars will then work as a base so that you can set it on the ground. Notice that it won't be much of a flat base, so that is something to be mindful of when trying to figure out a good spot for this in your garage. Whenever you work with modular systems, you do have to be mindful that a lot of them have different rules when it comes to weight capacity. So here's my good rule of thumb. The heaviest item needs to be closest to the vehicle, which is why when you do see the cargo basket paired with other bike carrying accessories, you'll usually see the basket in the first 2 slots and then the bike racks in the further away slots. So that's something that you can follow as well. Another good rule of thumb is, again, double check your tongue weight capacity of your vehicle. The MHS is built super strong and super steady, but it's also very heavy. This basket without any cargo, but the collars attached, that already weighs 25 pounds. Add the 200 pounds of weight, add the weight of the tray and the bike. And for some vehicles with not much tongue weight capacity or not as bulky and sturdy suspension, you'll notice a good amount of sag right away. So that's also something to be mindful of when finding the best fit for you. But other than that, if you're a huge fan of the Saris MHS line and you like how sturdily their things are made, you want the best fit for your heavy electric bikes as well as your cargo, then hopefully this video helped you out with seeing how the cargo basket works, some things you do have to remember when using it, and then you can decide if it is the best fit for you. You can find this add-on, any of the other add-ons, as well as the bases available here on our website, so check those all out here at etrailer.com. But this was a look at the Saris MHS Cargo basket. My name is Evangeline, and I hope you enjoy the journey.